Alright, hey guys. Don't mind me, my voice is a little funny, but today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a graph with your Photoshop for your crochet, your cross stitching, or knitting patterns. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose the image that you want to make. I'm just going to look for a random clip art for demonstration purposes. And I'm going to say I want this owl. I'm going to find the owl. I'm going to right click, save image, put it into a folder, open up my Photoshop. Here's the example of the bee. We're going to open up owl. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to crop your owl. So this is already cropped, but if you have an image that has a lot of white around it, you can crop it so that the image is right to the edges, like this one. So now I'm going to go to image and then image size, and I'm going to make it smaller. So it usually goes by the amount of stitches, so how large you want your project to be. Say I want to have one side of my image to be 300 stitches. Then I'm going to put 300. Then okay. And then it'll probably shrink it. And as you can see, it's already somewhat pixelized. Now we're going to go to filter and to pixelate and down to thick. And this is where you're going to just fiddle around and see which one you like. So this is at cell size 3, and every square that you see will be a stitch. So if you bring it to a 4, you can still sort of see the image. You probably, once you crocheted or knitted it or something like that, you'd probably still be able to tell it's an owl. But it just depends on how much detail you want in your photo. So if I went up to 5, still probably would be an owl. But for me, I'd probably stick with a, this would be too. I'll go with a 3, just to make things easier. Press OK. Then I'm going to go over to brightness and contrast. And I'm going to take my contrast all the way up to full. And that's going to reduce the amount of colors in your pattern. So because there is a light brown and a dark brown, there's a white and then a gray, you don't necessarily need to do those colors. But if you wanted to have the shading, then you're welcome to do that. But if you wanted to just have black, brown, white, and then orange for the beak and the feet, then it would still look like an owl in the end. Just going to flatten my image. And so now we have to learn how to make a grid. So we're going to create a new file, and because we made it a size 3 cells, we're going to make a pixel 3 width and 3 height, and then we're going to make the background transparent, and then press OK. It's going to be super tiny. Just zoomed in, and I'm going to grab the line tool, and we're going to come over here, and right now my lines are messed up, I don't know why. We're going to make one line on one side, and we're going to take that and we're going to duplicate layer, and then Control T to transform, turn it on its side, and that is going to be our fill. So once you make this fill and then you add it to your project, it will make it a grid. So we go over to define pattern and you're under edit. And then you can go 3x3 transparent. And then you go back to your owl. Press Control or Command J, create a new layer. Go over to edit, click on fill, find your new fill that you just created. Okay, there you go. So if you don't like the harshness of your grid, you can always turn on the opacity and it'll turn it into a gray, and you can also save some ink in your printer as well. You can still see the grid and you can still see your bird. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment if you have any questions. This is a Photoshop tutorial, and there are other ways to do this with other free programs, but this is what I've learned. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!